Hello, what's up, RGV Edison? This is Solomon here, bringing you a deck profile on our first place locals for our Photon Hypernova box tournament. Can you please state your name, sir?
My name is Michael Salazar.
All right, Michael, what'd you play today?
So today I actually played Fairies.
Fairies, okay. What were your matchups like?
So today I had two matchups. I basically went undefeated against Blackwings and some weird fucking Hero B Quickdraw Dandy build that my friend Jaime.
Okay, so a little bit of spice.
Yeah,
all right.
It was weird, but like it put in a lot of work.
Okay, very good, very good. So why don't you go ahead and show off that box real quick?
Yeah. So this is the box we want today.
Sweet, sweet. Hopefully you pack some current stuff, right?
Hell yeah.
Excellent.
If I find a Theosis or a Primeval Planet,
or maybe
awesome.
even a Wraithsoth, you never know.
Hey, maybe the Starlight, we never know, you never know.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get to the deck profile.
Alright.
Oh,
so,
hang on. It died, I think.
Did it? No,
you're good.
Fine.
Alright, so let's go ahead and get started with the deck profile.
Alright, so we have the three ofs, triple Shining, triple Kristya. I hate that it's mismatched rarity. I know, I'm gonna get the secret soon. We got the triple D-Elf, triple Warrior Lady, we got the triple Heralds.
Ooh, ulti Heralds.
Ulti Heralds are beautiful. We got the secret Honest, secret Nova Summoners, the one Freed, the one Thunder King. We got Rai-oh, Cyber Valley, and Gores.
Okay, so quick question. How did the Freed work for you? Because I've seen a lot of Fairy players argue about that card.
So Freed has been an on and off card for me. A lot of the times I do side it out because there really isn't a reason to have it in the deck sometimes. Because a lot of people run bottomless in this format. And I mean, it's just a bottomless target. It's the same thing with the one Rai-oh. I teched this in today because I was thinking I want to try it out, see how it goes against Blackwing. It was phenomenal. This though, a lot of the times, whenever I had it, they already had an established board, and the times that it actually did work out, I was already like on the back, I was already on the pedal, like I had gas, and the only things that really outed this was Armor Master and Colossal. It was really just that. But aside from that, I mean, it's a 1700 beater. It puts in work, but
makes perfect sense.
Lot of the time,
I do love the maxed out DD Warrior Lady. That is a good card to out a lot of floodgates, including a Vanity's Ruler, which I do feel like is one card you would struggle against.
Yeah, so thankfully we didn't get to see that, but this thing put in a lot of work against cards like Shura or their set values, and I didn't want them to have that kind of advantage, so it really helped out with that.
Perfect, makes perfect sense. And what about the one of Rai-oh? Like, what's the story behind that?
So the one of Rai-oh, I have been kind of in between 2 and 1. The reason I played the one of is because you really don't need a lot of Rai-oh in these millings. You need your normal summon, and you're already committing one Rai-oh here, and you need to get that mill. They're already expecting you to have a recruiter or like a DD Warrior Lady. So if they have that prior knowledge in games 2 and 3, and they haven't seen this yet, then I get a free pop. Because they're not going to attack into anything. They're not going to attack into my recruiters.
Because they're more afraid of the recruiters than the DD Warrior. It makes perfect sense.
They're afraid of my advantage state. And if I trick them into thinking, oh, I have a DD Warrior Lady, and they have, say, like, a Stratos, they're not going to hit the Stratos over the Warrior Lady and go minus on that. They're going to wait. And so I punish them with that one Rai-oh.
Okay. And aside from these monsters that you have for your core, was there anything else in regards to the monster count, or was this it?
I think this is perfect. I really do enjoy that. I don't want to make this into 2. Maybe I can cut the free, but I'm really happy with how everything went.
I think the one free does well.
It does enough, and
especially
I really
with how it solves problems and simplifies game states.
Yeah, so it's really good.
And what about for the spells?
So we only run 4 spells, and they're the power spells. The Heavy Storm, MST, Mind Con, and Brain Con. This saved me in game 1 of my final match because we had a really interesting situation where he had a full back row, I had a full back row, and he had a Caius on field, and we were running really low. So I forced out his Solemn Judgment that I knew he had because he wasn't activating anything, and I activated my Return from the Different Dimension when I had like 4 cards banished already, and he summons that, and then I brained him because he was at like 2100. So all of these are like, you know what these cards do. They're super powerful, and I think I wouldn't cut anything.
Some very powerful 1-of staples.
Yeah,
okay.
I wouldn't really.
Now, if you're
anything.
running a small spell lineup, I can't wait to see the trap lineup. Let's go ahead and take a look at that.
So the trap lineup is where we kind of see everything. So we have the double Dust Tornado, double Bottomless, double Deep Risen, the spicy tech double
Legacy of Yanagarasi. So why that card?
Okay, so we run a really heavy back row deck, and there are times where I like to be conservative and I like to just set 1 or 1-2. And a lot of the times people don't know that I run this card, and they'll say like Heavy Storm, or they'll Kai us into it, or they'll MST, and they target this because I don't have an established board yet, or they're going to do something to my my monsters when they're summoned, and I instantly punish them by just drawing another card, and that
so
opens
you get
me
to
up.
Trade a lot better with your opponent.
Exactly. Like if they banish my Deep Prison like turn 2, that sucks. But they try to banish this, and I chain it, and I add into my Honest or anything else. That's amazing. I know in game 1 or round 1, I used this against my opponent, and I drew into my Gores, and that saved me game 1. If I had not gotten that Gores out of this, it would have hurt so much.
Okay, so it helps you draw into your OTK protectors. Got it. All right, what else were you playing?
So I was also playing the 1 Solemn Judgment, 1 Torrential, 1 Return, 1 Mirror, 1 Call, and then the 1 Royal Oppression.
Royal Oppression. Okay, and how about the side?
All right, so the side, it's still a work in progress, but I like how it worked out today. So today I ran the standard, you know, double DD Crow. We got the double Sidras, nothing much about that. Double Consecrated Light, this is a fucking broken card, should not exist. It just kills Blackwings. It killed both my Blackwing players that I went against today in game 3. We got the other Thunder King, just in case like we need it again. The secret tech again, Banisher of the Light.
Okay.
This one I actually did use.
It's also good because it's a fairy.
It's an amazing card because it's a fairy. It's a 2k beater. So I played this
2k defender to clarify.
Yeah, specifically for Blackwing, because the Sirocco does not go over it. They attempt to pierce with like they don't know what it is.
They can't collude.
They can't collude it.
Yeah.
Or even if they do collude it, they have to waste it on this guy. It's really dumb for people to like work around it. Other than that, we got the 2 crossouts. Amazing card against other people's
Of
trials.
course, because everyone's setting flip monsters.
The thing is, so my third round opponent, Jaime, actually did Nobleman cross out me in game 1. He had it in the main.
Okay.
The thing is, I only run 1 Raikou, like you see, and he banished all 3 of his Raikous. So there was an amazing return on that.
Makes perfect sense. All right, what else?
Yeah, and then we have the 1 Body Shield, 1 Prohibition, Twister, Mind Crush, and the 2nd Royal Oppression.
Oh, that My Body is a Shield. It brings back a lot of memories from the format.
Yeah.
One reason why it was so good was because if you played against Glads, you could My Body is a Shield the Geyserius.
Yeah.
And you could also stop a Black Rose player, which is pretty good. Also to push that story.
I was mainly concerned with Black Rose for this card specifically.
I could see that.
Because, you know, just destroying the entire field while I'm trying to build advantage, it really sucks. And so I just pay 1500 and I'm good.
Makes
I pair that up with
sense.
like a Solemn Judgment, I'm good. There's nothing really to complain about.
And how's your extra deck?
So the extra deck,
Because I didn't see any tuners in your deck aside from the orange lights.
Yeah, so I really don't go into the extra deck. The extra deck is like just random
Just
good
generic
cards.
standard cards.
So
Okay.
it's like the
Like
Red
a-
Dragon Archfiend,
Okay.
Light End, Ancient Sacred Wyvern. I was going to summon this against one of my Blackwing players, but he oppressioned my Cyber Dragon. I'm like, well, can't do anything about that. We got the Parshath, the Urkizas. We have the Fortress Dragon, Rai-oh, Armory Arm, Fairy Dragon, Stardust, Black Rose, Thought Ruler, Colossal, Goyo, and Disaster.
Okay, good. A lot of generic utility, a lot of good staples.
Yeah, it's just whatever the occasion arises. If I can go into the synchro, that's really cool. Usually what'll happen is I'll be going against someone like a Blackwing player and they'll just leave out a Shura. And they don't have any back row, they don't have anything. I'll just Brain Con or Mind Con, summon my 1 like Herald and just go into a level 6. It's usually like Rai-oh or fucking Goyo. Usually Goyo.
Makes perfect sense.
I wish I had my max rarity extra deck because this looks so bad in my opinion. Like I have my first ed ulti Stardust, but like
Oh, it doesn't hurt to carry to the budget players.
yeah,
There's nothing wrong with that at all.
Yeah, if you're on a budget, I mean you can still do really well with this deck. I think the only like expensive card out of here is I believe Rai-oh and what's it called, and Dialk. Everything else like you'll find below like $10, even $1 quarters for some of these cards. Like you'll be perfectly fine. But
Okay.
I was really happy with the performance of this deck. I hope people come out and try out this deck. It's really fun. I really hope people love the fairy matchup. I can't say much more about that.
Well, once again, Michael, thank you so much for your time. Appreciate your insight. And just wanted to throw a shout out there for our California viewers. This is, of course, RGV Edison, and we are always hosting tournaments weekly. And if you all have any questions, feel free to subscribe to our channel and give us a notification.
Hell yeah. Subscribe, comment, like the video, do everything,
And we'll always be more happy to show and post more content. You
All
have
right.
a great evening and take care.
Later.